Hey teachers, this roadmap blog number 1 sets the stage for our app development here at Teacher's Pet by explaining our history, current state, and plans for 2025. The Teacher's Pet app is a connected system where you upload your course documents once and then access the many features and tools around course preparation and design. Spoilers, my favorite app so far is the Rubric Builder because I select my project documents, edit directly in the platform, and then import it into Canvas, which saves me the most time and so many headaches. But we have a lot of cool tools like that coming your way. We're building an intelligent app that works for you, not to replace your effort or to go against your workflow when you're creating instructional designs. I'm going to explain our product history, where we are currently in the development cycle, and the roadmap of our Teacher's Pet tools. Sign up for your spot in our testers and pilot program to get early access as the apps evolve. You'll be among the first to use the software this summer with priority feedback on features, functions, and the future focus of our tools. Early testers also receive discounts in the digital shop and services to help your course prep now. The history. Now, I created my first personal education tech, the Pet and Teacher's Pet, back in 2021. I wanted to honestly set stronger boundaries on my inbox as my college students often emailed late at night or on the weekends about their work. And I was getting a bit tired of answering those questions. You know the ones where the answer goes, "It's in the syllabus under late policies," or "Look at this section of your project sheet with the grading checklist in it and review your notes from the last slide deck." You know, the important for student success and their confidence, yet really straightforward questions that ultimately drain time and energy when I answer them. I used a tool through my campus productivity app suite that could build simple Q&A bots for HR and other business purposes. I had actually used this app in my prior job as a professional development and advising strategist when I built a workplace bot to update the advisors on policy language and quick questions while they were in meetings with students. I took the same approach to build a call and response bot that would index a request based on trigger phrases. Basically, I made a list of words and phrases that someone might ask and paired each phrase with a message for the chat. I had to write in every answer myself and connect them to that keyword list. Now, that early version was named HAL, Haley's Automated Liaison. Now, HAL was not a generative intelligent model. While it did analyze the inputs and make light predictions for context and spelling, HAL really ran on these predetermined inputs and outputs, the prompts and messages I gave it. HAL worked really well for my intro-level college courses. The emails in my inbox decreased, leaving just the real questions that I could and needed to spend time supporting. I wrote over 25 topics, each with 5 to 9 trigger phrases or keywords, and then a series of responses for HAL to give. Every message had to be updated each semester since most questions were related to due dates, point totals, project names, and just my evolving class policies. I also had to manually add my roster to an access list because there was no public view. While HAL did save me and my students time during the semester, it also added so much to my course prep, which was not the vibe. Then I showed my spouse my app. He's a machine learning and data consultant who said, "We could rebuild this with a better stack using large language modeling and make it easier to deploy." And I said, "Huh?" And he said, "Well, I could build it with an AI and make it a link for your students to access from Canvas." And I was like, "Bet, please." Then OpenAI and the entire generative LLM wave washed over education, and our first app, PAL, was deployed in my class fall 2024. Here you can understand our software status for 2025. Now, I'm currently an assistant teaching professor with a 4.4 load at an R2 university. I follow ungrading and universal design principles while rebuilding my courses each semester to push the learning outcomes forward while keeping my content up to date. And I need tools that work with me and actually save me time so that I can produce more helpful content at a higher quality. I also need tools that support the style of teaching I need to accomplish in that particular class, since an on-site general ed class has different needs and setup than an asynchronous online advanced course. We've been testing our functional prototypes and MVPs, minimum viable products, and my workflow for the past 6 months. The chatbot is performing well under accuracy and hallucination testing, and we are preparing for more user interface development over the next 6 months. We partnered with an upper division UX course on my campus to give students a practical experience and applied project in the fall of 24. We've received the student reports and their recommendations to consider. The Rubric Builder is near that minimum viable product stage, and it does work under limited conditions and will be ready for small-scale demos and pilot testing in Q2 of 25. We are also working on the centralized database and primary interface of Teacher's Pet to upload and manage files. While the app goes through development, I am also working on the digital shop by adding templates, teaching packs, and smaller tools for course design. You can grab tracking templates, Canvas pages, and some assignment ideas right now. Those will be paired with YouTube content around teaching topics, tutorials, inspiration, and tech discussions. So the demo. The basis of Teacher's Pet is in this initial dashboard and connected archive for your materials. So as a teacher and user, you will upload your project and assignment files to the library. As we build out the remaining tools, Teacher's Pet will use your files to power the class chatbot, the rubric builder, and the calendar, as well as other tools we plan to build. So, starting with the rubric builder, I will select the assignment file that I need a new assessment document around. Maybe this is a brand new assignment, or maybe I just need to refresh my rubric for this semester. Either way, creating rubrics can be an intimidating and time-consuming step in our class prep. So based on what I select, Teacher's Pet analyzes the document for the skills and outcomes related to the project. The model is tuned into ungrading and these modern teaching frameworks. Now, once my rubric is loaded, I can actually edit directly in the interface. If I don't like one of the criteria, I can either update the content or completely delete the row. Same with the columns. So I can bring it down to a pass-fail framework or expand it into more categories. Of course, I do recommend limiting your categories to 4 as a max. That level gives yourself and your students stronger buckets to assess the work. Notice how the rubric is based on actions that students can demonstrate rather than abstract buckets. With the Teacher's Pet rubric, my classes focus on their skills that relate to the project work and ultimately their career and life skill building. Now the best part. Once I'm happy with the rubric, I can select what format to export my work. I'm going to select the Canvas template. Now when I'm preparing my courses, I can import these directly into Canvas and have the full rubric ready to go. And just like that, another step in my course prep done. Now I'm going to show you a quick demo of PAL and explain our Q2 priorities. For now, PAL is not connected. It's something on the roadmap. So I actually have a different document portal that's deployed. Now inside PAL's document library, I've uploaded all of my assignment sheets and syllabus for my general ed course. When students use PAL, which I've just linked through my Canvas shell as a button, they receive a standard chat interface. But what makes PAL unique is how it cites the sources for information. It's important to me that students understand the potential for hallucinations and inaccurate content, though PAL performs extremely well on those metrics, and that they learn how to navigate typical classroom documents. So, I'll ask PAL a question about a specific project. Notice how it pulls 2 sources with the section headers to guide students to that original source location. I can also ask PAL a more conceptual question about my class. And last, we can ask PAL classroom policy questions. Overall, PAL is a simple way to support students with immediate answers to their questions. The thing that I love most about PAL is that us, as teachers, don't need to actually build a custom bot through the other chat and AI workshops out there. Now, our down-the-road goal is to build Teacher's Pet into a full suite of tools to semi-automate the aspects of course planning and adaptation by housing an archive of your materials, recommending updates, and exporting files for you. Eventually, users will be guided through the course planning process, informed by whatever pedagogy or standards are selected, with a fine-tuned model that creates first drafts for you. The dashboard of connected apps will also assist with performance review by pointing your attention to insights and helping you draft a data-driven narrative for your personnel files. And finally, we will create a task management system tailored to the educator workflow that actually syncs to your course documents. For example, helping you plan lessons around your exam due dates, project scaffolding, and grading deadlines. Ultimately, we want Teacher's Pet to be the app that makes you constantly say, "Another step in my course prep, done." To get there with all those features, we have immediate goals and plans as the priority for the rest of 2025. In Q2, we are focusing on the Rubric Builder with first round alpha testing with my new fall course prep and early feedback from select demo and focus groups. In Q3, we will focus more on the chatbot, continuing with our beta testing in our pilot program of users. You can sign up at teacherspet.tech. In Q4, we will collect feedback from the testing and all those demo processes. Teacher's Pet is just me, my husband, and our dreams at the moment. We are actively pursuing grants, fellowships, and other funding opportunities. But until then, we are building the software deck in the after hours as a way to improve my, and down the road, all of you teachers, our course prep, class management, and semester workflow. Thanks, teachers. Have a great class.